there's people I've known for 30 years. I almost say even family members know my entire life. And I just had to say, I don't really want you around me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even after, like you said, though, you make those boundaries. And when I see them in public or in a social event, yeah, I'm still saying I've known you a long time. You're still my boy, still my homegirl, whatever it may be. Still my family member. Yeah, we cool. I can talk to you.
You're
cool.
Still my father. You're always going to be dad.
But you drain me. You drain me, and I'm preserving my energy for other things. I gotta rearrange my sock drawer, relace my shoes. I got things to do. I don't know. We'll go over Rip. Go.
All right. We're recording again. Yay. What's up, bro?
Good morning, sir. How's it going, brother?
I'm going great. I'm doing amazing. It's still morning. Thank God. Because there's a lot to be done left in this day. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, just being honest. But I'm happy that I have people who trust me to do stuff. That's
always a plus.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. No, we were going to hire Fenton, but nah. Yeah. We watched his podcast and there might be some of that, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Hate.
Yeah, you don't want I don't. People misunderstand. Okay, let me do the thing and then welcome to Products of Circumstance podcast. Ken Skeen and myself, Fenton Joseph. We discuss mental health and mindset matters through the lens of Black men. The show is unscripted, clearly, unfiltered, and mostly unedited. We choose our topics randomly, and Ken's going to tell us what we're going to talk about in a second. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share with somebody on their personal development journey. And before we even talk about a topic, maybe we won't talk about a topic, but I just want to say this. When I talk to a lot of people, entrepreneurs, people who want to have personal brands and stuff like that, and one of their biggest challenges, they don't know what to talk about. And I'm like, just talk about whatever you like talking about. Whatever it is that you're the expert at, just do that and just do it in your own way. And they overthink it. They're like, oh, look, how will people receive it? Whatever. And, to what I just said, like maybe there's some people who saw this podcast and said, I don't like Fenton. I don't want to hire Fenton. And it's like, great, right? Because you want to repel the people who aren't for you. If you don't rock with me for whatever reason, maybe you don't like Prince, maybe you don't like baseball caps, whatever it is about me that you don't like that says, great, I love it, stay on your side. We don't need to work together. And what people fail to understand is that you're actually doing yourself a favor when you're just being yourself, because that way people don't have to find out later that they don't like you. Putting on for people and then find out,
Trying to make that circle smaller.
That's not a good circle, but
such a relief. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go off rip to. You know what it is? Before we got on, I was like thinking to myself. I had a thought to myself about just people in my life that I cherish. I was talking to my wife right before I came into the dungeon I call my podcast room. But the people in my life that I cherish to this day, that I've known a long time, maybe a shorter time than others, and then people in my life I've known that we don't really talk as much, we don't get to interact, and it's just not the same. People, you grow apart. You go on different paths in life, and hopefully you can intersect with certain family members, friends, whoever it may be, and have a nice bond. And other people just get they get left behind. I don't want to say left behind. I'm not trying to be negative, but they're not on your venture through life. They were that chapter. They were part of that chapter in your book, and it was amazing, and it was such a good read. But new chapter started.
It was such a good read. That was one of my favorite parts of the book. Honestly,
it was dope.
It was in the beginning.
But then the huge pirate ship came, and we had to go find the treasure. No. I was just thinking, because there's even family members in my life that, something may have happened you and I talk about this. We have similarities, and then something may have happened with a close family member, and then you try to reconcile and talk it out, or I'm not trying to say heal the wounds or um, come to terms. Forget all that for 1 second. Leave all that, say leave the past in the past and try to move on. It's like when you bring up a situation that might have happened, a fight, or an argument, um, a disagreement, and the other side doesn't want to take what's the word
Accountability.
accountability. Thank you. They don't want to take accountability for actions that were taken or words that were said,
Mm.
but they want you to move on like as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
I'm not with it. I'm not, and it recently happened a couple of days ago with a certain person, and I'm not with it.
Not with
And
it.
if you want to make up a story in your head of what and this is a close person to me, I'm good. And what's not sad on my part, I was fine. Oh, so this is it? That's it then? Yeah,
This is
that's
it.
it.
Is this the
That's how we
end?
end it. You don't want to just go out and have lunch then? No,
No thanks.
no. I want to preserve my energy for me and for the people I choose to keep in my circle and my loved ones that I choose to keep around me and in my thoughts. You being one of those people. I love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Um, but I choose not to. And it used to be hard to do that. It's getting easier. That's the I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, though. I say that a lot with my wife. I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad. That it gets easier for me not to talk to certain family and friends. Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's good. It's great.
Okay.
It's nuanced. It's nuanced. It's perfectly okay to mourn the loss of a relationship. It's okay to mourn a relationship changing because maybe the relationship is still there. You might still see the people, whatever, but the dynamic has changed. And I think it's okay to feel like, you know what, I miss the times when we were in a better place or we were cool. It's good to have boundaries, to identify the need for a boundary, to establish the boundary, and to stand behind it, to enforce that boundary. And I think that is something that it should get easier with time. It's like, it's like the first time I had to fire somebody. I remember I was sitting in a room, man, and my hands were shaking, and I'm like, this is really hard to do. I'm about to go out there and tell somebody, like, you don't have a job anymore. No more paychecks from us. Like, you done. If you had health care, all that's gone. That was a really, really hard thing for me to do the first time. The second time, I was ready. My learning curve was I was so let's have a chat. No, I didn't look forward to it, but I did. I will say this though. The second person that I had to let go was somebody who was very flippant. You work in a place, there's rules, you have to abide by them, not into it. How you interact with other people. This person would be disrespectful to other people, to their coworkers, disrespectful to me at times. They weren't particularly good at their job, so they weren't bringing a lot of value, right? So it made a lot of sense. And, if you look at a boundary in the workplace, it's like, all right, well, if you're not respecting our boundaries that we have here in our workplace, being respectful of others, doing your job well, being on time, and all the appropriate courses of action were taken, write-ups and conversations and whatever, it is what it is. You got to go.
Corporate stuff.
The corporate stuff, the worst thing you can do is to, as in business, as in your personal life, is to let the behavior continue, without enforcing that boundary, because that tells the person and other people around them that this behavior is okay. Mm-hmm. And that's when you end up, tolerating, behavior that doesn't work for you. So it should get easier. because emotionally it's a very hard thing to do, to enforce boundaries in your life. At first it could be really hard because it's jarring. It's like, I have love for this person, I respect this person, I want to be around this person, but there's certain things about our interactions that I just, we can't let that happen, you
They
know.
just go left a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
That's
healthy though. It's it's draining. You can actually end up draining yourself. And some people thrive on this. They love the chaos in their life, and they love the just the emotional roller coaster of what they like put onto people, which I don't understand. That I don't get it. It's not my it's not it's not the way I can't survive like that. But there are people that really just they eat off this stuff. They eat off the
Mhm.
emotional imbalance of others, and I don't want to surround myself with that. And once I see it, even if I've known people for, I'm 43 now. Yeah, I look good for it. I know black don't crack. But
No
at
sir.
43, there's people I've known for 30 years. I almost say even family members know my entire life. And I just had to say, I don't really want you around me.
Hmm. Hmm.
And even after, like you said though, you make those boundaries, and when I see them in public or at in a social event, yeah, I'm still saying I've known you a long time. You're still still my boy, still my homegirl, whatever it may be, still my family member. Yeah, we cool. I can talk to you. We
You're
cool.
still
I
my
still talk
father.
to
No,
you.
you're always gonna be
but
dad.
but you drain me. You drain me, and I'm preserving my energy for other things. I gotta rearrange my sock drawer, relace my shoes. I got things to do.
We're black. We're black men. We got enough stress. You wake up in the morning and life is just harder. I don't need it. I don't need the added stress. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both, live in communities that are mostly Caucasian. You know, we're we walk outside the door and all the W.E.B. Du Bois stuff just hit you. You know what I'm saying? All the duality of man stuff hits you in the face. And it's like, I have enough when I just walk outside my front door to deal with on a daily basis. And sometimes on a Zoom call in my own home, you know what I'm saying, where I'm supposed to be comfortable, I might have energy coming through the screen. Like, I don't have it in me to deal with a lot of extra stuff. And I think it's right and it's good and it's a bunch of other positive adjectives to say, you know what? Y'all keep that nonsense. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. My kid, my wife, they bring me joy. I like them, so I keep them close. that's why that's why we live together,
Wow,
right? We could have done separate places, but we decided to move in all together. No, I'm just kidding. But if you don't live here, if you don't live here, if you don't take up, you know what I'm saying, like useful space, you know what I'm saying, in my life and in my heart, and if you're just bringing extra negative stuff that I don't need, I don't want it.
like you said before, like it can be draining. You have people that really, people listening, people watching, uh, you know what, including myself, that you'll take on that. I don't just say negative energy, but you'll take on that person or people in your life and say, maybe I can help fix them, or maybe some people don't want to be fixed. Some people don't want problems fixed either, because the problem is what's keeping that relationship going.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
That's
not a
good.
psychiatrist, psychologist, I'm nothing like that, but you can notice that in your life. And we want to play a blind eye to it, especially for someone we truly, adore and love. We do take a blind eye to if someone's creating chaos in our life,
Can
because
you
we
say
do
that
feel
again?
like
Can you say that
which
again from the
what
beginning about how sometimes like the drama and stuff is the only thing keeping the relationship going?
oh, I'm not just not script, man. I don't remember what I said. It's like Chappelle show. Let me stop. Um, No, the drama is what's keeping some relationships going. And I mean, you see that all day. You watch see like Maury and some of these freaking things. What was the big one?
I
Jerry
don't know, but
Springer, and you have relationships where it's just drama, and that's your bedrock. That's what you're building on. You're building on drama, and there are people that really take drama, and that's how they keep a relationship going, and that's their energy. That's not a place where love comes from. That's not a place where real relationships blossom. But yeah, it is people like that, and everyone listening in probably has someone or people in their life that you're trying to fix or trying to help or trying to uplift. Maybe take a look in the mirror. You may be that person.
it's you. You're the problem.
I got no one like that. You're the common denominator.
I had, I had a relationship like that where it was just drama all the time. You tried to find, the sunny spots or whatever, but more often than not, there was arguing and unhappiness, and you're trying to find the bright spots in all of that. And I was like, you know what? We're really just doing this because maybe we don't want to be alone, But the reality is it's probably not healthy, and it's probably not the best thing for us to spend our time this way. And so, contrast that with my marriage, and it's like, it's happiness and joy and peace, and sprinkled in there are moments of contention. Everybody argues, so please stop it. Everybody argues. An argument here, there, a disagreement. You're trying to figure things out, tease things out. But overall, it's a happy relationship, and it's a happy place to be. And I want my wife to be home. And when she's at work, I miss her. You know what I'm saying? Not the other way around. Like, I really can't stand you, but every now and again, we can share a laugh. Like, that would be a horrible existence. And I think maybe because I've had that existence in the past, like, I'm definitely very dialed in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can spot that stuff, and I just don't deal with it. I don't.
All right, but then you have people that can spot that, right? But embrace it.
Yeah, they need hugs.
Someone needs a hug.
The last person that we had on here, Kiel Hauser, she could explain why that is. It's a mental thing, like it's a psychology thing, and I can't explain it either. But here's what I do know. I also know that those people can spot me. They can spot the people. Well, I guess that's kind of what you're saying, actually. They can spot people who aren't with the nonsense. And they can also spot people who are vulnerable to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know who to try and who not to try. I mean, they may need to test the waters a little bit, but they find out very quickly. And it's like, oh no, Fenton's he's not the guy. And they just leave me alone and they move on, to some other victim. So that's why I think it's good to be comfortable with, creating those boundaries and enforcing them. And it should get easier as time goes by, because people are going to keep testing you.
Oh, they test.
Right? It's not like it goes away, but it's like having a home, that says protected by, ADT on the lawn. I mean, I don't know if that, scares the burglars away, in 2023, but it's like having a sign up that says, nope, not this guy.
Right. Protected by, you can just buy the sign on Amazon for like $30.
You probably can. That makes me feel very old. For real. ADT, dog. Yeah. Amazon, ADT security signs. How much are these going for?
How much?
$18.99, $17.99.
Wow. See?
$10.99 for an 8-pack.
Damn.
So for $11, you too
can be secured.
Yeah, not.
Oh man.
That's crazy. Anyway, it's not.
Yeah, we'll make it a short one today. So much we're gonna beat this dead horse.
So I'm not even gonna do a summary. Go back and watch the last 20 minutes if you didn't catch it. But share this with somebody on their personal development journey, and please subscribe. It helps a lot. And we'll see you next time. All right.